solo fijan este detallito. Muy bonito.
Hello world, welcome to a new video on the Build Tours channel. If it is the first time you are here, let me introduce myself. I'm Luis Velasquez Pazmiño. I'm a national tour guide and tour operator at Build Tours. Build Tours is a tour operator in Ecuador that is focused on community and cultural tourism and always taking into account sustainability of the territories and their cultures. And today we're having a very special tour in the outskirts of Cuenca, in the rural area, in the parish of Sinincay, where one magical project is being held by someone very special that is a personal friend as well, but that I hope you can become friends with as well. I have here a honey jar from Campo Miel. This honey, we will learn today how the magic happens so that this honey is made. But also I want to invite you with this video to come to this area, to the parish of Sinincay, and produce your own honey. But I will have our host today, a very special guy that is making this magic happen here, introduce us to this project and to the parish of Sinincay. Please, Javier, how are you?
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Luis? Muy buenos días a
Gracias.
todos. Bienvenidos a la parroquia Sinincay. Soy un artesano y apicultor de mi localidad y bienvenidos a la parroquia Sinincay, una de las 21 parroquias de la ciudad de Cuenca, a tan solo 25 minutos del centro histórico. El día de hoy vamos a aprender un poquito sobre los procesos productivos de la miel, polen y propóleo junto a las abejas y en la naturaleza, por supuesto. Ven, te invitamos a participar de esta hermosa experiencia llamada apicultura y los esperamos muy pronto.
And our first stop here in Sinincay, Javier is taking care of that now, is a place for having traditional breakfast of Cuenca in the traditional method of preparation. Remember, Sinincay, that's the name. You can catch a cab from downtown or even come by bus, but you can also contact us at Build Tours to be part of this, so that you are part of this whole experience in Sinincay. We are now going to have the traditional breakfast from Cuenca to gain some energies, and then we're going to the bee farm. So let's go there. And our first stop for breakfast will be the traditional tortilla, the Cuencan tortilla, which is made of chocolate, of the corn that is from the area, of course. And we are at Yolanda's place. It doesn't have a brand, it's not what you would call a Starbucks company. It's actually Ecuadorian coffee and local tortillas made with the local production of here. This is el restaurante de Doña Yolanda, o las tortillas de Doña Yolanda, de la señora Yolanda. So just Yolanda's tortillas. And buenos días, señora Yolanda, ¿cómo está?
Bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien, gracias. Cuéntenos, esto es tortilla tradicional, ¿cierto?
Sí,
¿Por qué le decimos que es tortilla tradicional?
es de chocolate y se hace en el tiestito, en carboncito, no en la cocina.
This plate, this big thing, is made of clay and it's called tiesto. If you're having tortillas in Cuenca and they are not made in a tiesto, then they are not tortillas. They must be made on tiesto so that they are traditional tortillas, and with the chocolate from the area, of course. This chocolate tortilla is made with the corn and also with cheese. And the most essential ingredient is the corn, of course, which is local. Actually, the tourism department of the municipality of Cuenca, Fundación Municipal de Turismo para Cuenca, having a big plan around corn, to promote corn, because that's our essence here in America, in all of the Americas actually, but in the Andes as well. We will see the crops that people have in their yards of corn is something very traditional here. And there are several tours that are being held around corn, or that have corn as part of them. Actually, if you go to any Latin American country, they will have a traditional meal made of corn. And of course, Cuenca, in Ecuador we have several, but Cuenca we don't have this exception, because we have mote pillo, mote sucio, mote pata, of course the tortillas, so there is plenty. Corn is part of our lives since the indigenous times. Remember, this is an American meal.
a propósito de la gastronomía.
If you want to know more about Cuenca, more about the destinations and the rural areas, I invite you to visit the website visitcuencaecuador.com.ec, which is also available in English. And there you will learn about the rural parishes of Cuenca, the tourist activities you have, not only in the urban area, but also in the rural area. There you will have listed many, and eventually the plan is to have all of the tourist activities that you can enjoy in Cuenca. Visit cuencaecuador.com.ec. Well, I've already started eating, sorry, but this is just delicious. Brewed coffee and the choclo tortilla de choclo. It's sweet, in case you wonder, it has cheese, but it's delicious. I mean, for a breakfast, this is a great breakfast. Buen provecho, buen appetit. Just look at that. This was delicious. We all repeated, of course. And now with these energies, we're going to visit a little bit more of Senincay, and then we're going to the bee farm, to Casa Matilde Apiario. So, see you there.
Este momento nos dirigimos al apiario. Tenemos un recorrido de 20 a 25 minutos a pie, de una dificultad moderada. Nos dirigimos hacia el bosque y vamos a atravesar el puente Isaac Chico de 1930, uno de los lugares emblemáticos, también lleno de tradición, ya que por aquí iba la gente, los habitantes de la parroquia Senincay, a Cuenca a pie. En ese entonces, un trayecto que tomaba unas 2 horas aproximadamente.
Senincay is a town of artisans, and they are mainly known because of the marble, like the one you have in the church. But there are also toquilla, straw hat, or known to many as Panama hats, artisans here, but also for the monigotes, the dolls that they burn in the month of December. Like there is one workshop there, but they will be adequating soon to receive people, because they even sent out of Cuenca. Usually these artisans are in Guayaquil, but we also have here in Senincay. Senincay is, as Cuenca, land of artisans. This road led in the past to Cuenca. From Senincay, crossing here like 3 more mountains, you will get to downtown Cuenca. And this is part of a walk you can have. Well, we can also go by car to the bee farm or to Casa Matilde Apiario, but we can also walk as we learn more about the rural area of Cuenca.
El maíz, como les decía, parte fundamental de la identidad del cuencano del Azuayo, que siembra en los meses de septiembre, octubre, más o menos por acá. Es un requisito fundamental para garantizar la seguridad alimentaria del cuencano y el Azuayo, ¿no es cierto?
And as part of this walking route where we see chacras, crops, corn crops mainly, which is like perhaps the main product in the area, we will also find in this walk beautiful places or beautiful sites like this bridge, made in 1930. This material that I have here in my hand and that Javier was showing us is a marble, a type of marble from here, mármol. And with this type of material, you will see that part of the cathedral is built, and also part of the architecture of the historic district and other important sites of Cuenca are built with this. But this, well, the mines are exhausted and you can't find this anymore. And also in the areas where there may be some, it is prohibited already. Because in the past they exploited the area so much that they even blew one mountain to take this. Now people here work only like small pieces, and also they use marble from other sites because it is prohibited to take marble from the area. But there is not so much either because they already destroyed the area in the past, taking down this. But when you're in the historic district of Cuenca, you will see lots of the architecture with this type of marble.
En su momento las colmenas eran conocidas como la farmacia de la naturaleza. Algunos compuestos macerados que tenían principios activos que aliviaban algunos síntomas, generalmente respiratorios. Esto de aquí es el propóleo, es una resina de origen vegetal. Dependiendo del árbol, de la planta, tenemos aquí por ejemplo un propóleo rojo, es un propóleo de eucalipto.
And after a short walk, we can see where Senincay downtown is. Senincay downtown is actually, there you can see the cupolas of the church. It's like in a valley, in a small valley. between creeks. City of Cuenca is there to that area. We can't see any from here yet. That's the famous Cabo Gana. This area is next to the National Park Cajas, and it's a nice walk, lovely walk. And after a very beautiful walk, we're finally here. Just look at that view. We are in paradise, and this is our world, our nature. But Javier has created here this paradise in Casa Matilde Apiario.
Desde Casa Matilde Apiario queremos mostrarte el fascinante mundo de las abejas. Aquí vas a poder conocer de cerca los procesos productivos de las abejas, cómo es el sistema organizacional de la reina, las obreras, los zánganos, cómo identificar una miel pura, cómo es el arte de cuidar y criar a las abejas. Así que en este espacio vas a tener la oportunidad de interactuar con las abejas que las observas en la parte trasera y conocer de cerca un poquito de los procesos que se elaboran en el campo y de cómo ellas pueden producir miel, polen o propóleo, o con ellos elaborar productos con valor agregado. Ahora les vamos a mostrar un poquito de cómo trabajan las abejas. Las vamos a observar desde su colmena, desde la piquera, y observar sus procesos.
Well, Javier has been teaching us a lot about the bee system, the nature system, but also his story and how Casa Matilde Apiario is born. And now we are going to continue this tour with being part of what a bee farmer, with what an apicultor does. So the first thing we have to do is to collect dry leaves, and so let's go. And remember, if you want to be part of this, you can contact us to buildeftours.com or be checking our website or social media, because we'll be coming here as well. But if you want a private tour, we can arrange that. But if you also want to do it directly with Javier, you can do it. But if you want everything arranged, like your trip to Cuenca, your accommodation, just let us know and we'll make it happen. You can contact us through social media or by email to info@buildeftours.com or through our website as well. And remember, if you have not followed us yet, if you are not following us, do it now. Click the subscribe button and click on the bell so that you know when we post new videos, because we'll be showing more of the beauties of Cuenca and Ecuador. So if you have a cap, they recommend you to bring it so that you can use the suit better. And this is not always necessary, but it's just like for you to feel more confident when you're doing this activity. And so let's be a bee farmer for one day or for a few minutes.
De preferencia les sugiero a todos que se ubiquen en la parte de acá atrás. Sí. Cuando nos ubicamos en el frente hay riesgo de que nos ataquen. Entonces vénganse para acá, por favor, todos. ¿Sí? Tranquis, que mis abejas son mansitas, ¿ya? Se vale todo tipo de preguntas, ¿sí? Esto de aquí es el propóleo del que hablábamos en el camino. Si se dan cuenta que es una sustancia negra, resinosa. Yo estoy sin traje. Abajo, por favor. Acomodando la miel que traen del campo. Otras están cuidando a las larvas, que es como las abejas se reproducen. Cada una está cumpliendo un rol dentro de.
Well, I took off the suit because my sight was blocked, I think, for like connecting at this level. Javier make you feel like very confident about this. They are also very calm, and if you are calm, it will be okay. And I really wanted to see this and experience. And if you see, they are beautiful. When you look at them closer, I mean, this is wow, a big community.
aproxima la tormenta y las abejas empezaron a llegar para descansar, reposar un momento. Vienen de diferentes direcciones, por lo tanto vienen todos los lugares donde hay flores que nos sirven de alimento.
Well, we're having a great experience, but that's not all. After seeing the hives here and with this beautiful view, all of this beautiful environment, we're now going to Casa Matilde Apiario, that works also as an interpretation center, and there we'll learn more, but we'll also see what Javier is producing from honey, like adding value to the products, because he sells honey, but he sells other products made with honey. Javier was telling us also about other services he offers as an apicultor, as a beekeeper, and he also assists people that want to have a hive or have a hive, like if they have a yard or they have a natural space and they have bees there. He assists coming to them and like assisting them in the process of keeping bees. So you can contact him as well if you live in Cuenca, or if you are going to live in Cuenca and you're going to have a natural area or going to be in a green space. Well, we're now going to have lunch here in Sinincay with a specialty of the area of Sinincay, which is the caldo de pata. It's actually food soup, the cow food soup. Let's go there. Well, before going to Casa Matilde Apiario, we're going to have lunch because we've walked a good distance, but you can take this tour without walking so much as us. It really depends on what you prefer. If you are a person that likes walking through the mountains and getting to know more things watching directly, we adapt to that. But on the other hand, if you prefer to walk less, then we can do that as well. We adapt so that we go with a car directly to the bee farm area, and then to lunch in Casa Matilde Apiario. We've hiked quite a bit today, and now we are ready for lunch. And we are in the sector Pampa Rosas and we are eating at Sogas. We are eating caldo de pata, which is the specialty in this area. It's a soup made of the cow foot. And look at this street. This sector is called Pampa de Rosas. There are several restaurants and some bakeries, but you can eat the traditional heavy dishes here as well. So let's go to it. Buen provecho. Finally, we're going to eat a caldo de pata, which is the cow food soup. Maybe you think, do people eat that? Yes, and it's delicious. Try. You should really try it. As usual, we serve it with ají, which is a special sauce. Not really hot, just a little bit, made of tomato sauce. It's not really hot, it's just a little bit. It's made of tomato tree tomato, tomate de árbol. And, well, here's the soup. Delicioso, no? Buen provecho. And after lunch, we're having one of the new star products of Javier, which is the honey beer. Wow, you feel the honey. And after that wonderful lunch, and before it starts raining, we're going to Casa Matilde Apiario, to the interpretation center that Javier has, to teach more about honey and also to have some other experiences, but where you also can have a great viewpoint of the area of Sinincay and beyond. That there is the Wawashumi Hill, which is in the parish of Paccho, one of the oldest parishes in Cuenca. It's a very beautiful area, as you can see. And from Casa Matilde Apiario, they have a roof where you can see all of the area. But I won't talk too much more, and let's go there to learn more about the bees and see more of what Casa Matilde Apiario produces. In case I didn't mention, I just wanted to say that Javier, well, I met him as an entrepreneur here that wants not only to make a business for himself, but also for the whole area of Sinincay. His goal is to promote the rural parish of Sinincay, that people start coming here and that people stop leaving Sinincay to have businesses in other areas, but that they can work here and work in the area and bring people to the area actually to tour or to buy the products of the area. Isn't this beautiful? But well, let's go to Casa Matilde Apiario and learn more about the bees.
Recibimos a nuestros visitantes. Son cortesías elaboradas con nuestros productos. Aquí tenemos una infusión de jengibre con miel, otras hierbitas deshidratadas, un poquito del polen del nabo de chacra del que les hablaba. Y aquí tenemos un dulcecito de manzana del huerto de mi suegra. Entonces utilizamos aquí todos los productos de la localidad, ¿no? Sírvanse por favor. Vengan, John. Sírvanse por favor, para la garganta. Muchas gracias.
Great reception from our host. He's a super host.
Infusión de jengibre, hojitas deshidratadas y por supuesto miel de temporada.
Local production. This is not an alcoholic drink. This is a tea, you could say, an infusion of honey, plants. You really have to try this. And of course, this is to increase our defenses, natural defenses.
En la parte céntrica de Sinincay hay polen de nabo de chacra y miel de nabo. Ya les traigo para que prueben. Entonces ahí tienen polen dulce que si tú quieres lo consumes directo. ¿Por qué comunico eso? Porque por lo general algunos polenes son agrios o amargos y generan el rechazo de los niños. Este lo puedes consumir directo. Lo que se nos ocurre. Aquí tienes los. Es un multivitamínico natural, tiene todo el complejo B, vitamina A, C y K. Entonces, al tener vitaminas de origen natural, sube las defensas, mejora la respuesta inmune y con toda seguridad los procesos inflamatorios infecciosos van a ser más leves.
Apple sweet, apple candy dulce de manzana, with honey of course.
A mí se me seca mucho la glucosa. Entonces, como trabajo en la noche, no tengo uno, tengo dos.
Look, this is part of what Javier has been working on. In transforming Sinincay Rural Parish into a tourist attraction, not only for Cuenca but for the whole Ecuador and of course for the world. Sinincay is cultivating the life experiences. Sinincay is looking or seeking to turn into a tourist attraction. This is the local newspaper, El Mercurio. If you want to learn about Cuenca, you can also check El Mercurio.
Nos dedicamos a la producción primaria de miel, polen y propóleo, pero también elaboramos productos con valor agregado, ¿no? Sin embargo, lo que nos diferencia de nuestros colegas es que ofrecemos experiencias únicas y memorables junto a las abejas. También tenemos un espacio donde puedes elaborar tus propios productos con valor agregado, como por ejemplo, podrías venir acá a visitarnos y elaborar tus propias velas personalizadas, quizás. Puedes tener la oportunidad de cosechar tu propia miel, tu polen, tu propóleo, como tú desees. Lo importante es que a través de la experiencia y de las actividades prácticas se pueden generar cambios de conciencia. Por ejemplo, cambiar el miedo por respeto que mucha gente le tiene hacia las abejas, ya sea por algún prejuicio o algún contexto. Aquí tenemos una cera que está elaborada con nuestra propia cera de abeja. Las abejas son un símbolo de prosperidad y abundancia. Y estas velitas pretenden comunicar eso, ¿no? La prosperidad, la abundancia y el renacimiento. Ojo que la cera de abeja no contamina el medio ambiente y además relaja y mejora los espacios ya que libera olores súper agradables. Bálsamos labiales con cera de abeja, crema para manos o para curar tablas de madera. Un sinfín de usos que se les puede dar a los productos primarios de la colmena. Sinincay es conocida por su identidad artesanal. De aquí han salido grandes maestros, trabajadores en mármol, también en madera. Tenemos también algunos artesanos de las ramas de cestería, de mueblería, por nombrar. Nuestra parroquia está sectorizada y en cada espacio vas a encontrar un área donde se dedican a cierta actividad productiva. Por ejemplo, la zona céntrica de mi parroquia es un lugar donde vas a encontrar algunos talleres artesanales de mármol, ¿no? Dicho sea de paso, soy hijo de un artesano que ha trabajado durante muchos años en esta rama, representando orgullosamente a Cuenca, Sinincay y al Ecuador. También tenemos granjas de agroproducción, contamos con un sistema de riego bastante potenciado. El trabajo del apicultor y el agricultor deben ir de la mano, sí o sí. Entender de que nosotros dependemos de los cultivos estacionales y que el servicio de polinización que te dan las abejas nos permite cosechar un volumen mayor de productos. Siempre son bienvenidos a nuestra parroquia Sinincay, la Quebrada Honda. Tenemos mucho que mostrar al turista local, al nacional y también al extranjero. Somos abiertos a compartir un poquito de lo que hacemos y lo que somos acá en la parroquia.
Well, thank you, Javier, for all that you have shown us today. It's been amazing. I really wish you the best success in what you're doing. Te deseo lo mejor. But if you want to know more about this, if you want to come and have this experience, if you speak Spanish, you can contact Javier directly through his social media. But if you want something more organized with all the transport, maybe accommodation, whatever, let us know by email or through our social media. Email info@bildevtours.com, BILDEVTOURS.com, or you can also write us to our social media, Bildevtours, and we'll make it happen. We'll be ready to work along with Javier to show Sinincay, to have this experience in Sinincay and in Casa Matilde Apiario. I've really enjoyed it. So if you want to connect with nature, if you want to know about what's in the rural area, I know you will like this. Javier, most of success. And before we say goodbye for the moment, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like the video if you liked it, leave your comment, what type of things you would like to see, and click on the bell once you have subscribed so that you can be notified about more videos like this, because I'll be showing you the rural area of Cuenca, but also what's beyond Cuenca in all of Ecuador. Thank you, Javier. Thank you all that you are there, and we'll be meeting soon in another adventure. Thank you very much.
Nos vemos y los esperamos pronto. Saludos.